欢迎收看云龙子廊外有画槟城版，我是这次画展在槟城站的策展人 Gibson。今天云龙子廊外有画来到福罗山背，也就是不少游客心目中的榴莲山。而槟城的榴莲季节多数落在5、6月之间，所以要来槟城吃榴莲的人就要来对月份。至于今天云龙子廊外有画到访的榴莲园，在大门就看到一对石狮子，然后园内还有个观音喷水池，感觉上很有中式山庄的氛围。但再往这里的建筑一看，又非常有欧式建筑的风貌，感觉又像来到了西式庄园。而这个以中西合璧的榴莲园，就是 Karuna Hill 度假屋了。虽然是榴莲民宿，但 Karuna Hill 给人的感觉一点都不像果园，反而更像是处处禅意的休闲山庄。而且中西元素丝毫不冲突，相辅相成的相映生辉，就像云龙子大师的风水艺术，第一眼看有中国画的惬意，但仔细一看又有油画的层叠技巧，而且在画中又有朱砂印章、松烟墨及书法，同时又有香槟破彩以及有荧光效果的丙烯颜料，热热闹闹的中西合璧，却意外的精彩得让人目不暇接。云大师虽然将不同的元素融合成一幅作品，却不会给人过于复杂的观感，反而恰到好处地呈现各种元素的优点。谁是云龙子大师？这位就是云大师，他是风水家族第6代传人，凭借祖传的风水及命理智慧，于2006年在新加坡创办了云龙子旺财馆。而云龙子旺财馆也是这次画展的总策划。云大师自幼习画，也画奖无数，其中云大师于2019年获得中国中央电视颁发易经绝学金牌大师，同时也获得中国中央电视拉队到新加坡，特地为云大师拍摄长篇纪录片，以介绍云大师对风水及风水艺术的贡献。同时，截至目前为止，云大师已在世界各地主办了14场的画展，同时他也是第一位在中国长城主办过画展的画家，可以说是史无前例。Karuna Hill 度假屋的榴莲园被打理得整洁美观，跟我们常见的放养式果园不一样。这里处处都弥漫着典雅式的悠闲氛围，而且 Karuna Hill 的诞生是因爱而起。这片果园的主人靠因为妻子喜欢吃榴莲，所以在2008年买下这个榴莲园后，原本奔着尽兴吃榴莲的打算，却在后来慢慢被打造成现今福罗山背的秘密花园。我现在就去会会这位宠妻老外，让他亲自来说说 Karuna Hill 的浪漫故事。Hi, Mr. Carl.
Hi, Gibson. How are you today?
Good.
Good, just good.
Yeah, the weather is fantastic today, right?
Yeah, the weather in Malaysia is always fantastic.
And you have a very beautiful durian orchard.
Thank you.
And why it has been named as Karuna Hill?
About 20 years ago, after working for a corporate 500 company for 35 years, I met my wife, who is Malaysian, and we decided that we would retire here in Malaysia. So we bought a condo in Georgetown, and after a few years there, we'd like to see what a durian farm looks like. That's because my wife loves durian. In fact, a prerequisite was I had to eat durian before she would marry me. So we had a friend drive us up this road here this was all jungle. And we saw a little sign that said for sale and a telephone number. So we called the number, and the price was right. And I know how much my wife loved durian, so I told her I would buy the 6 acres for her as a present.
Wow, so romantic.
So that's how it started out. After we bought the farm, we cleaned it all up. As you can see, it's a big difference from being in a jungle environment. And we gradually built some of the villas, primarily for our own use. After about 2 years, 3 years, her family kept visiting us, and they would stay with us in one of the villas, and they would tell their friends, and their friends would tell their friends, and pretty soon it became a little bit of a boutique hotel. And that's where we are today. Where did the name Karuna Hill come from? That's interesting. My wife researched it, and she picked the name. Karuna in Sanskrit means acts of compassion. My wife is a very compassionate lady. She has a very giving heart.
And how many villas do you have at the moment?
We only built 4 villas. Depending on the villa, it could either sleep 6 or 2 or 3. So total guests around 15. We try not to encourage more than that.
Every villa have their own character, right?
Yeah. And that was designed by my wife.
I see.
So she had no experience in interior decorating, but I think it just became natural for her.
I see. Very nice to know that. And I see you later.
Okay, good to see you now. Nice.
鹤在中国画中其实是相当常见的，但云大师笔下的鹤不是纤细的简笔鹤，也不是传统中国画中的黑白鹤，反而是比较丰满及圆润的仙鹤。而丰满的身体象征着健康及财富。至于我身旁这一幅 ABM 092黄鹤永盛050，单看黄鹤永盛这个名称，就会联想到声望、自豪、权力、胜利及前进。而云大师以24K 黄金入画，寓意着富贵加持，所以黄鹤永盛。古传说，鹤是仙禽，神人驾鹤升天，又有鹤寿千年之说，寓意着延年益寿。而云龙子廊外有画这次在槟城所展出的所有画作，都正好与仙禽有关。比如这一幅黄鹤永盛050，就是以仙鹤为主题的画作，寓意着仙气飘飘，也历久不衰。而云龙子大师的风水画也是经得起时间考验的。为什么这么说呢？因为云大师所采用的画纸不是一般的宣纸，而是采用了东巴纸，一种可以承载多层颜料，然后又不会因为时间的流逝而腐坏的画纸。至于云大师所采用的颜料，或者是黄金、白银，都是上好品质的材料，一样是不会随着时间而变质。更重要的是，云大师的画作没有留白，因为没有留白，所以没有空间发霉或变质。加上一层又一层覆盖上去的材料、颜料及黄金、白银，也使得画作经得起时间考验。这是云大师对收藏家的品质保证。槟城的榴莲也一样品质保证，许多上好榴莲品种也产自槟城这块福地。Karuna Hill 度假屋的榴莲园如今有250棵榴莲，而榴莲品种也多达20种。我身旁这些果树就是榴莲树。至于这里有什么榴莲品种，还是让榴莲园的主人来介绍的好。Hi, Mr. Carl. So, Mr. Carr, all these is durian trees, right?
Yep. As I told you earlier, about 250 trees.
And more than 20 varieties.
Yeah.
So, which is your favorite?
I think Angher, Olor, and even D15. This D15 tastes a little bit like whiskey.
Yeah,
Sorry, not champagne.
Oh, it's okay. So you are more into the local native durians, right?
Yeah, as you know, 20 different varieties. But people started to ask for Musang King and Orchi because all of a sudden they became famous. The problem is that Orchi and Musang King come from other states. So even though you plant them here or you graft them, they don't taste the same. That's not to say they're not good, but they're not the same. So we planted about 50 Musang King and Orchi about 5 years ago.
And you say one of your oldest trees is like 60 years old, right?
Yeah, and that's not because I'm an expert. What we did was we have some very good friends, Hakka Chinese, living in Sungai Penang, and they tend to be, farmers and mountain people. So we invited them to come up and to tell us what tree was what variety.
I see.
And then we put names on them.
Little signboard.
Little signboard.
Yes.
So number one, I could remember and learn. Plus our visitors can see the trees and what type they are.
Since you are so visitor friendly for your orchard, does that mean you're also open for the public to come during the durian season?
Well, in the past years, yes. But unfortunately, there were so many visitors. We were just overwhelmed with people that wanted to come and eat durian in a plantation and watch the durian fall and all. So this year, we're going to do it by appointment only.
So you can control the crowd.
Yeah, and be able to share as much of our durian as possible.
And also because your durian is selling at the wholesale price, right?
Yeah, as I told you earlier, it's organic. We limit the number of durian to a tree, which really makes them high quality. And the fact that my wife and I want to share this experience, share the durian with many people, we only charge wholesale price. Because as you know, they buy them on the farm, and by the time they get to Georgetown, it goes from 20 ringgit a kg to 60 ringgit, which is unfortunate.
So which means this coming durian season, I must come here.
Yes, you must come here, without a doubt, please.
Yeah.
Please, Gibson.
Thank you for that. And see you later.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Carl and Lillian. Today I brought you some champagne. This Laurent-Perrier. Why I brought this champagne here is because Master Yun paint all his painting with champagne. He put all the colors in the champagne, then spread it out on the drawing paper, and then they let the colors spread. At least 3 layers of the champagne.
Wow.
And he is also the first artist that worked with Laurent-Perrier. After 200 years, they established. So it's quite an interesting fact that the relationship between Master Yun and the champagne, they sponsor all Master Yun art exhibition.
All over the world.
Yes. And Master Yun was thinking how to link the champagne with art. So one of the day when he do all the painting, I think might as well he try the color with the champagne and see how it goes. And this is how it ended until today.
Interesting.
So shall I?
Yes, please.
Come.
Cheers, Gibson.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for visiting with us. Thank you to your staff for helping.
Yeah, the pressure is mine because I really like your durian orchard. It doesn't look like a food farm at all. It almost gives me an impression that I'm coming to the European mansion, because your greenery is well kept and everything doesn't look like Balik Pulau. When we come here, the first impression is this is not Penang, but it's actually in Penang. And I figure you have a lot of feng shui element in your orchard. Why all these elements is here, like the stone lion at the gate and the Guanyin fountain?
I have to attribute most of that to my wife. She taught me what little I know about feng shui. For instance, if you look to the mountain up there, that is the dragon.
The green dragon.
On the other side is the white lion.
White tiger.
White tiger. Right, thank you for correcting me. In the front, you have your troops, the town to support you. In the distance, you have the sea, and behind you, you have the mountain. We had some visitors from Hong Kong who came here and were amazed at the feng shui of this place.
So you have a good piece of land.
Yeah, it's
in the feng shui way.
Yeah, and it's the right altitude also to give you, I guess, what the Chinese call qi.
Yes, the qi.
You can feel it. As far as the Kuan Yin and the food dogs, right? They're from China. We had them brought in from China.
All the way from China.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought you make it here.
No, my wife wanted authentic.
Okay.
So.
And you know the meaning of the stone lion, right? Yeah.
The stone lion is for protection of the property.
Yes.
So once again, thank you so much for being here, and again for showing our passion of this place. But passion is one thing. What you need is inspiration so that you can act out your passion. This is my inspiration, my lovely wife who has supported me all this way.
It's so romantic.
I want to thank not only you and your staff, but I want to thank your teacher and your Sifu, the
master.
painter, for what he's done. We saw a couple of his paintings.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. And of course, we also like to thank your sponsor for the champagne.
With thanks to Laurent-Perrier. 中西合璧的精彩之处在于融合彼此的优点，然后展现全新的风貌。而云大师的风水艺术把中西合璧发挥到极致，创新的画作同时拥有枝叶精华，能量全天候运转。谢谢收看云龙子廊外有画槟城版，我们下回见。
The Art Beyond Museums series and Master Yun Longzi's Feng Shui art are proud to be sponsored by Laurent-Perrier. For 200 over years, Laurent-Perrier has not worked with any other artist before. When you purchase a piece of Feng Shui art exhibited in this Art Beyond Museums series, you will also be getting a complimentary set of 5 different specially selected cuvées of Laurent-Perrier champagne. The La Cuvée, the Cuvée Rosé, Brut Millésimé, Demi-Sec Harmony, and the Cuvée Siècle, so that you can enjoy the taste of elegance while basking in the prosperity of Master Yun's feng shui paintings and calligraphies. Cheers to prosperity and elegance.